To National Public Radio at breakfast. We got a phone call from a friend who was watching television. We don't watch television in the mornings at our house, and she said to turn the TV on. There was a plane had hit one of the towers, and so we got pictures. But you know, it was a breaking news event, and so what we got was an indication that something really awful had happened, but we didn't have any information because no one had any information.
And I was walking down the hallway to lunch, and I looked into the library, and our teachers, or the principal and our teachers, were watching TV, and like I saw a building and then fire. I remember it being like on the front page of the newspaper and on TV.
I could have been, for example, at the India Cafe where they have a flat screen TV over the register. That's how Sandy Hook got my attention, because I was in the cafe and there was a crawl explaining the shooting. You could see people scurrying with around the school, you know, police officers with guns, and it was clear something horrible had happened, but only one person in the restaurant was paying any attention to it, and everyone else was going on about their business. So what I noticed most, not so much about the marathon, but about Sandy Hook, is that it was normal, and there was no particular notice taken of it, and I often think that we're desensitized to the initial report of shootings in particular.
I heard about it on Twitter. I was in class, and my teacher was actually running the marathon, so I went on. You can go on this Google search, and you can search the people that were in the Boston Marathon and then their status. So she could have texted this number, and then it updates and says that she's safe. So I thought that was really cool. But I just heard about it on Twitter, and then there were always links on Facebook and stuff. There were a lot of Instagram posts.
Consumption habits generally are tending that way, so that if something really remarkable happens and it's captured on video, I can just go to Google and pull it out. They certainly diffuse a lot of information. I'm not always sure it's accurate. Boston bombing was really solved by surveillance cameras. And so one form of media that we don't tend to think about is the ubiquity of cameras in urban settings like that. In 2001, there are video clips taken with cameras that people happen to have as the second jet flew over lower Manhattan. But these days, everyone has a camera. And so that's interesting, because it gives us a certain kind of record and information.
Posting things on Twitter and posting things on Facebook is instant. You see it right away. People from these events can tweet and post everywhere instantly, and you know what's going on. And in our one media class, we're doing that Cover It Live thing. People can just cover everything a lot more quickly than it would to be if you had to publish it the next day in the newspaper or something like that.